All right, guys, what's up? Um, Back again, doing another little episode. This time, I have my friend, the one and only best A9 player in the entire universe, Mr. Hungry Dude 8 here. Hello.
Hello.
All right, guys, be nice to him. He can do no wrong. But today we're going to talk about a little topic that he knows more than me, League, well, as well as Unite, and just some things about the two games, like differences, um, how they compare to each other, um, things we would want to see maybe implemented from leagues. Of course, Unite borrows a lot of like league stuff in terms of mechanics. I mean, some MOBA, so as most MOBAs do, but you could definitely see the foundation that League is that Unite takes from League. It's pretty heavily inspired by it, of course. But yeah. So this is going to be more of a hungry talking than me because I don't know much about League, so he's going to be the expertise in that field. But yeah, we're still going to talk about Unite, so it's not League centric. I promise this is not a League podcast. It is not League centric. I know nothing about that game, so
Once you
um,
start playing, you can make it a league
I
podcast.
could start playing and I could make it a League podcast, but I care about my mental health. So
True.
yeah.
Uh,
But
uh,
yeah, I guess we could start off um hungry. What are the comparisons of Unite and a League? Like what are some differences and some of the things about the games you can think of?
I mean, definitely the most obvious one is probably just time. Pokemon Unite's max 10 minutes. League can range from 20 minutes to 45, 50 minutes.
Like those long drawn out games, yeah.
stall fest. Then you got basically, like a lot of the like laning phase is a lot uh more I think impactful than like Unite because Unite kind of is more of who gets Rayquaza at the end of the game.
Yeah, big objective and you win no matter how well you're winning the whole game. It can be a bit
Yeah,
frustrating.
yeah. It's like League's a lot more, you know, well, it's important you're good in your lane and you're doing well. It's definitely still more of a team game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so like late game team fights still matter
Mm-hmm.
because death timers late game can go from 20 seconds to almost a minute. So late game fights are really important. And then the buffs like on League, like end game buffs are impactful, but are more there to help you end the game rather than be in like game ending buffs. So it's like you got Elder Dragon that basically uh gives you a execute when they're at a certain HP, and then you got Baron to help push, and they're both buffs the enemy team could actually like hold out on,
Hmm.
like because they're still like timed buffs, so they're not like really ridiculous or anything.
Okay.
And then let's see what else. What else?
I was gonna say, is it like the lanes like are they
Yes.
very like how different are they from each other? You know, you got top, mid, and bot, but like League
Yeah.
has
So
top, like jungle and mid is like split.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
explain that.
So in Unite, it's top bot, and the middle is jungle.
Mm-hmm.
In League's case. So in League, there's top lane, mid lane, bot lane, and then jungle. And it's usually top laners, usually like a bruisery tank position. Mid lane's got your like mages, assassins, and then you got bot lane, which is usually AD carry support,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got jungle, which I mean, you can play a lot of things in the jungle. Tanks, bruisers,
Mm-hmm.
some AD carries do really well in jungle. And then you could probably play mages too, but it depends. But yeah, that's like the main difference from the two is that the league has the extra
Mm-hmm.
lane.
Okay. Let's say, do you find like, so would you rather play a really long game of League versus, multiple 10-minute games of Unite? Is it like more pleasure in just like playing the longer games?
It really depends. If you're the one getting absolutely dunked on the entire game, probably not. But I don't know. Like sometimes it can be really fun, just like especially if it's just like a really competitive game. Uh, but yeah, I guess for some people, maybe not.
I was about to say like if it's like you're into it and like both teams are like
Yeah,
going back and forth, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you able to forfeit in League?
Yes, so I think it used to be 20 minutes you could surrender, but now I think they dropped it to 15.
I was about to say 20 minutes.
No, yeah.
Gee, they want you to play that game. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good lord,
I
man.
mean, it's one of those things where it's like you very rarely often get games you're just getting dunked on like that early.
Mm-hmm.
Like it does happen sometimes, but usually it's a bit later into the game.
I
Because
see.
League is a lot slower game. Like I know Pokemon Unite, you're almost fighting constantly.
Yeah.
And League, it's just like laning phase is usually pretty chill unless the enemy jungler, is coming in your lane like
Mm-hmm.
24/7. Yeah. So it can be kind of slow,
Oh, absolutely.
especially later in the game when you're just like because later in the game it's like a lot of you're we're just waiting for the dragon and baron to spawn for those
Mm-hmm.
buffs, and usually teams fight around those too. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing with you and your friends, and I'm in lane by myself, and I'm just like, hey guys, what do you guys want me to do? And it's just me like farming the little creeps and and in the tower every now and then just attack you like you're doing great, and I'm like doing nothing. It's like but it's so much time in that game. I could spend 5 minutes hitting like the little soldiers, getting my little
Yep.
coins to go get my upgrades, and hitting the tower. And I guess that's something. Versus Unite, within 5 minutes the game's almost over. So
Yep.
yeah, it's definitely more time consuming and a little bit slower pace. Uh, it just all depends. Um, I guess yeah, a little differences about the games. I guess I can ask what is something that you like. What are aspects about League that you like more than Unite and vice versa?
mm, I think I like. I mean, this might be like maybe a hot take,
Okay.
but I kind of love the item system because while there's definitely like core items for each champion,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you usually can play around with you have a lot of options. And like one of my favorite things is like, playing with friends if we're just like messing around. It's
Mm-hmm.
like instead of doing like support Lulu, I do like attack speed on hit Lulu, and it's hilarious, but it's like bad.
Okay.
Oh, just funny, like just seeing how like because there's some champions that you can play like multiple play styles. Like I know Shyvana, uh, she has like a more bruisery AD build,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's got like her AP build that kind of can just nuke people when she ults, and then just uses her fireball. So
Okay.
it's like you can get play around with different builds. And it's pretty fun.
Okay.
Not all champions can do that though, which is,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So what about Unite? Anything you like over League,
Right.
if any?
I mean, I do like shorter game times. Like you get a lot more games out of it, and you're just playing a bunch of things. And
Mm-hmm.
I do like the different move sets you can play, even though not all the time they're like good.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, that is something that's different. Like in League, they have like their set like moves
Yeah,
that you just get.
like every champion that has set moves. Yep.
Yeah. Versus Unite, you
You
can
do get
choose. Yeah.
Yeah, you do get four instead of the three that Unite gets.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That is
but yeah.
that's pretty cool. I actually didn't think about that.
hmm
Hmm. Move set differences. The items. I'm about to say you don't want to play in Unite. You can kind of do that if you want to play Blissey. You can play X Attack, Rapid Fire Scarf,
Yeah,
Helping Hand Blissey if you want to.
definitely could. It's fun. Definitely not good. Yeah.
That's true. Or attack weight on Pikachu or something.
Oh man, everyone would just be like, "Who's this guy?
Yeah,
Why is he
dude.
playing Attack Way Pikachu?"
Yes, they
Uh,
they definitely need a tutorial or something on how to play the game or like explain more stuff. Does
mhm.
League has a tutorial, doesn't it? When you first play the game.
Yeah, it's actually. I know I watched. Was it you play it or?
Probably me, dude. I think so.
Yeah, I think it was you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely a lot better than it used to be. They have like item recommendations now, so for someone just getting into League, that's really helpful instead of having to like look up build
Yeah.
guides and stuff. So, granted, it doesn't always hit the mark, and sometimes the builds are off, but for the most part, it's
Oh.
pretty good from what I've seen.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
and they do give you nice like here's what this item's good into, and they'll usually, have pictures of champions below them that you're playing against. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is good against these champions, on the enemy team. So,
I definitely akin the League tutorial to bot games in Unite. It's like it's fairly simple. It
yes.
teaches you, the gist of things. You don't have to
Yeah.
like try super hard, of course.
hmm
And then you play a real match, and it's like, not as fun. It's definitely. I remember playing the tutorial in League, and it's just telling me how to do stuff. Of course, I'm playing robots, so
Yeah.
nothing crazy. And I was like feeling good about what I was doing, and then I played a match with you guys, and
Yeah.
I felt absolutely useless.
Yeah, it probably didn't help you were playing with us
Oh well, yeah,
because
it's
we're
true.
all on our main accounts,
Yeah,
so
that is
that
true.
that definitely didn't help. Uh,
But yeah,
you know,
you play against boss and then people in Unite. Of course, they play a real match, and they just don't know how to play the game correctly.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like league's league's good, league's cool. I definitely would play it more. I just have to spend the time. I have to get used to the point and click and the resources and
Yeah.
buying stuff and the long, drawn out farming that I have to do. I'm t-
Yeah, that's another difference between Unite and League is the resource management.
mm, mm,
Because I forgot about that.
mm-hmm.
You have to worry about mana and all the other things. I mean, there's definitely champions that don't use mana,
Yeah,
but yeah.
well, you don't have a
Um,
Gardevoir cool moves going on cooldown every 2 freaking seconds, and then after you
yeah.
drop one nuke, you can just drop another.
So
Oh,
you might like Lux.
oh, luck
Just
does
think
that.
of, just think of, even though it's like it's. I think you had to get it down to like what 20 seconds. I think her ult, and it's just like this big laser.
Good lord.
It's yeah. it does damage too.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But then I guess another difference would be that like to end the league game, either team has to surrender or you have to destroy their nexus, which I guess is
Mm-hmm.
another difference. Because in Pokemon Unite, you're just trying to get
Mm-hmm.
the most points scored. So
Which that's such a. I love Unite, but
yeah,
that's such a. It's such a depressing like thing to think about because
yeah,
of course you get fed up. You're a higher level. You're winning in team fights, and me and you both know from experience that if
yeah.
something goes wrong, they get back caps or something at like the last 10 seconds after you defending everything the entire game.
Yeah, it's usually with Ray.
Yeah, you
It's
lose the game.
always almost Ray where you lose the game,
Yep.
even if you're just winning the entire time. Yeah,
Protect all your
it's just it
goals.
feels bad.
Yeah. Literally steamrolling the whole game, and it's just like if anything goes wrong, or you're not fighting together, or they decide to just rip Rayquaza, they win.
Yep.
More times than not, they win. I mean, you can defend, you can take their shields, you could have Urshifu or T-Tar, and they can like protect from scoring, but like more times than not, they win, and
Hmm.
that usually discourages the team, unfortunately, from like trying to win the game. So like they
Yeah.
get Rayquaza, and instead of trying to do anything about it, the team will like get mad, ping, sit in base. But like, dude, we still have a minute left of the game. We can take their shields or like go push their goal with whoever we have left. But like, it's just crazy
Hmm.
that mentality is there. That one dragon can change the game like that.
Yes.
But like, so like, there's that mechanic, the comeback mechanic, I guess, being Rayquaza. So like, League, if you're losing super hard, is there a mechanic that you can come back on, or do you have to try to work together to make it happen?
They've added a bunch of mechanics. So if someone on the enemy team is like either really fed or just like has a bunch of CS
Mm-hmm.
and like hasn't died in a while, there's usually gold you can get if you kill them. There's points in the game where if you're behind and losing, there's
Mm-hmm.
usually uh, objective bounties that give you gold. So if you like destroy an enemy tower, you'll get extra gold on top of the gold destroying the tower already gives you.
Hmm.
Or like, getting Baron or something or Dragon. It's like there's definitely stuff in the game that helps.
Okay. I actually didn't know that. I just thought you
Mhm.
had to suck it up, work together, and get through the towers.
It used to be like that a long time ago, but yeah, they've definitely helped add more kind of comeback mechanics.
That's really
So,
awesome. Nice.
yeah.
I was say, I guess for like, so like, what do you think? Because Pokemon is in regards of IP, Pokemon's a lot more popular than League, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
franchise wise, this. Oh my god, excuse me.
Franchise,
Yeah, franchise wise.
yeah.
So like, what do you think is holding Pokemon Unite back from being as big as League is MOBA wise? Because like it's big because it has the name
Yeah.
Pokemon attached to it, of course, but like it could be bigger.
Granted, I think if they made it available on PC, people would probably be more willing to play it.
Hmm.
Like I know they got mobile now, and mobile's
Yeah.
still like a big kind of market. I don't know.
Is the PC market like that big, bro?
I think it's for
Like
MOBAs mainly.
you think PC is a MOBA based like?
I think PC is more of a
Hmm.
MOBA based. I mean, there's definitely MOBA games
Yeah.
on mobile,
I
but
mean, I guess
uh,
yeah. I guess I could see that too. I mean, I'm not a PC gamer, as you know, so I
yeah,
just
yeah,
I don't know, man. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, because I do have a lot of friends who say if it was on PC, I'd definitely play Unite more.
yeah. I think that's just like because there's so many people playing like League or Dota
Mm-hmm.
or see. I mean, Heroes of the Storm doesn't really get updates anymore, but I'm pretty sure people still play it.
Yeah.
trying to think. What else? Oh, Smite. You got
Smite.
Smite.
Yeah.
Like if they like, oh, that would be another good thing if they like made it available on more than just like Switch. If they made it available on like PlayStation and Xbox, people would probably be more willing to
Oh yeah, just
give
like
it a shot.
crossplay and stuff, not
Yeah,
just mobile and.
yeah.
I mean, I'm a Nintendo product being on mobile is crazy though. Like they put it on phones as well, and that's crossplay, so that's cool. It's not
Yeah, that
just a
is cool.
Switch, but
Hmm.
that definitely did help their audience grow putting it on mobile. But
Oh no, yeah,
no, I could definitely see
definitely
if it was
helped.
on either different consoles or which that will never happen. Nintendo's not doing that, or yeah, PC. I mean, they could suck it up and just put it on PC. Like honestly,
And they could.
I don't see how the person's gonna point and click extreme speed Lucario, but if they do, Godspeed to them. That's insane. Couldn't
No,
be
I think
me.
it'd definitely be of a controller thing rather than.
No,
And I
absolutely.
wonder. No, they'd have to figure out a way to make keyboard mouse work, and I don't know if they could.
I mean, they got what
Maybe.
the tap screen on the mobile, and I mean,
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I'm really wondering how they could do that.
no, same. Just put on the Steam Deck, bro. Just put
Yeah,
Unite on the Steam
they
Deck.
definitely could.
Uh, so man, I don't know if I have any other questions about League specifically. Um, oh, that's fine. I'm about to say that's fine. Um, guess I can ask you about more Unite. So, what character hungry have you been wanting in the game? Like, what's your top 3 characters you want in Unite, and how would you want them to play?
Definitely Alolan Raichu.
Of course.
Um, I could see him being as either another attacker or maybe supporter, maybe.
Ooh, a support. Wait, no, I think we had this conversation before. Yeah, him be
I
like a
think we did.
supporter.
Yeah, have
Yeah.
it just as a supporter.
No, that would be cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to because I want to see him like surf on his little board.
Yeah, I know, I do too.
I just want to see him move around his little board. It'd be so cute.
Yes. Yeah.
I would assume though, of course, he would start as Pikachu,
Yeah.
and he would have surf. Doesn't the Pikachu have surf? Or am I thinking of something
I
else?
mean, that's like a special Pikachu, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, they could do that. They could just give that Pikachu like surf and like make it like really
Yeah.
weird, work really weird.
Yep, they could.
Oh, that
I
hit.
wonder what they had paired it with that move, though. That's
But
like a
yeah.
move.
So he gets well he gets what's it
Oh, it could go
Thunderbolt?
Grass Knot.
Grass knot? I guess so, huh?
Maybe. I don't know.
What's Pikachu's early game moves? It's a Thunder Wave or Electro Web
Thunderwave.
or whatever.
Or Electro Web. I don't know. I know that's a newer move, and I just haven't like played around with it as much.
Okay. Wait. So it the like electric web he does. That's not Electro Web, or is it Thunder Wave? Like when
What?
he's like the
Oh, are you talking about like the other Pikachu? Yeah, that's Electro Web.
that's Electro Web. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Electro Web and God, I'd never really paid attention to early game Pikachu. I don't know what the other move's called.
It's Electro Web and was it Thunderbolt?
Is it
I think.
Thunderbolt?
I think.
No, Thunderbolt's his level up. Wait, hold on. Let me check
I thought it
this.
was.
No, I think
I thought it
Thunderbolt's.
was Thunder Electro Ball. Or wait.
No, because you could do Thunderbolt.
Oh yeah, no, Thunderbolt.
Yeah, hold on.
And what is it?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I didn't.
I
It's
always
probably like
thought it was
Thunderjolt, maybe, or T-Jolt.
Trying to look it up real
Me
quick.
too,
Hold on.
dude. I promise we play this game. I promise we play this game. We just do it.
Oh, we don't pay
It's
attention to like
Thunder Shock. Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that
it's
makes
Thunder
sense.
Shock.
I knew it was Thunder something.
Yeah, I was like, it's definitely an electric type move. Yeah, Thunder Shock. Okay. Pikachu releases electricity to a designated area, damaging enemies in this radius. Also paralyzes. Also slows by 30% for 2 seconds. Reduces attack speed by 10. I actually didn't know it reduced attack speed. I had no idea it did that. Okay. That's really cool.
Cool.
But yeah, no. I guess, yeah, give that Pikachu, like, Surf, and then, like Grass Knot or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or like a Psychic type move. Like an early Psychic
Yeah.
type move. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your other two, though?
Yeah, I think Togekiss, definitely.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Oh, you already know you already know on the Togekiss train.
Oh yeah. I definitely think Togekiss would probably be a support.
100%.
I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They could I would love it to be toxic. They could make it a paraflincher.
Yeah.
They could give it Thunder Wave, and like make Thunder Wave an AOE around it. So like it's like almost how Zero Aura's you know how the electricity moves around? Yeah, discharge around him.
Yeah.
Thunder Wave is around him, and then if anybody's like around, it just slows them. And like at the end of the move, it paralyzes them for like 1 point something seconds, right?
Yep.
And then like you can combine that with Air Slash being the other move. Air Slash like has a chance to flinch.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be so crazy.
Yep.
And then like it could have like it can get like Roost or something. I think it learns Wish. Does it learn Wish? I think it learns.
Sure, I learned.
I could be wrong.
Learns Roost.
I know it learns Roost. It might not learn Wish, but if it does, give it Wish, but make it function a little bit differently than Umbree's, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, get Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam, something that, like it would be a fantastic support mon.
Oh, yeah.
I love that Pokemon so much. What's number 3?
I think number 3. What would be number 3?
Oh no, Mr. Hunger, do you tell me?
I mean, if we're talking about adding legendaries to the game, definitely Lugia would be my pick.
Lugia. Okay. Would you think Lugia would be a supporter or all rounder, or defender?
I think he'd be. I want to say more all rounder.
Okay, I see defender, but I can definitely.
I could see defender too. Yeah.
I never really thought about that. I wonder how he'd like work. I mean, they would of course put
That
like
too.
What is it, Aeroblast or whatever?
Yeah.
It definitely would be a healing move, of course, because it has to have a healing move. Freaking, it would have a manual as a description. It's like all somebody does is spam Aeroblast. Yet,
Yes.
the Pokemon hit by this, speeds decreased by 30%, defense dropped by 50. If you hit a Pokemon with this move and they're at low HP, 20% they get executed. It resets after every execution. Also heals Lugia for 50% of damage. Like something stupid like that.
It'll be ridiculous.
So like all this for one move, and the people who playing it don't even know what it does. They just press the move. They're like, "Oh, I win."
Yep.
That's like my favorite thing about these like MOBAs though. This is perfect. I could tie it back to League now. I remember I don't know if it's a conversation you remember I had with you about a couple months back about move descriptions in the games.
No.
like I think you said it became more like early League it was like simple, and now it's more like I guess,
Yeah,
complicated, unlike how
look up.
moves and characters work.
Just go look up like Anivia's like move description, and then you go to someone like Aphelios or who else? Nyla probably has a really long one.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure Casante's is crazy. Uh,
dude,
oh, there's so many of the new champs that it's like kind of insane. Let me see if how Smolders is. Should I just boot up League?
it just boots up League. Oh, dude, it's like, look at this, Hungry. This is a perfect example. So, early Unite was
Yeah,
like relatively more simple. Of course, they still like went in depth about like moves,
yeah,
but like it wasn't as crazy because pretty much all the Pokemon were straightforward. You had Snorlax,
yep.
he had CC, Heavy Slam block, easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
One makes you unstoppable. One he jumps up, slams down, and you can push people away. Easy. Cinderace, you hold A. Like it's like
Yeah, yeah.
simple. That's like all you needed to know, and that's all that the move really tells you, right? And then we get into later seasons. This is Zoroark. This is Night Slash. He gets this move at level 5, and Zoroark was like released right before Eos Island, right? Like around that time.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think Zoroark was like right before the game got its like new map and everything. So for 2 seconds, changes the user's normal movement to dash attacks. After performing a dash attack, the user's next auto attack changes to a unique boosted attack. During this move's effect duration, whenever Zoroark hits an enemy with the other moves or unique boosted attacks, this move's effect duration is reset to 2 seconds, and the user is able to use Night Slash again. This move's effect duration ends if the user's moves when they're unable to use Night Slash. During the move's effect duration, if Zoroark hits an enemy with a total of 6 moves and or unique boosted attacks, the user will jump into the air, becoming invincible. And then while landing, slashes a set area of effect, AoE, dealing damage to enemies and additional damage to enemies based on how much low HP they're missing. That stupid shit. Zoroark additionally recovers HP if the enemies are hit with either of the two rectangular diagonally oriented areas. That's very descriptive of the cross slash, up to once per area, hitting a target in the overlap of the two rectangular diagonally oriented areas. Don't know why I had to say that twice. Will heal double the value. While jumping, the user is able to use Shadow Claw or Cut to move a set distance. That is one move for a character that came out in the late. That is ridiculous, dude.
This is kind of funny. So I'm looking at effects right now. Her Q just says launch a damaging missile that accelerates mid-flight. So it's actually a pretty new champion that has a pretty simple move
Mm-hmm.
description. And then you got Aphelios. And this might be kind of, you know, uh, not fair maybe, but so Aphelios for you probably don't know,
Mm.
but he basically has 5 different weapons he can have, and he has basically two. So he's got his one he has out, and then he's got his other one that has like his sheath or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can just pull it out, yeah, and that's his W. He can choose between the two, and basically the his Q, it depends on whatever he's holding will do a thing, and then his second, it'll apply whatever the passive of the second one is. So it's like that's something you have to like think about whenever you're playing this,
Wow.
and yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, so it's like one ability. So his Q basically has 5 different uh abilities, basically depending on the main weapon, and then it can also apply whatever your second one is. So you can pull out your second and then
Mm-hmm.
Q again,
Of
which
course.
is fun. And I'm trying to see what else. Who has a really long one? I want to see Zeri. Zeri's that much. I think it was, what's his name? Yeah, it's like I don't play like any of the new champions really.
I don't know much about the new champs.
Yeah. I mean, I understand like the I have like a basic understanding about him, but not like that much. Man.
You know, it's just a very interesting thing of how they come up with certain moves and how they should explain it, or like what they give to those moves.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know Greninjas is very funny because Surf, one move has so much to it. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. like if you didn't know, people, so Surf Greninja in Unite, basically it's a dash that's also an attack. You press it and Greninja just does a quick swipe with water he's surfing on. That's literally it. That's all the animation is. Well, if you didn't know, if you execute a Pokemon with that move, you get a complete reset on it. Instant reset if you kill a Pokemon with that move. It has an execution that I think if they're 30% below HP, it does more damage. So it's basically an execution and it helps you kill them. You also get a recovery from the kill, the execution kill. There was something else. There's like some other stuff, but like yeah, it's like there's just a lot to it for just one move that just does something so simple. It's just always funny to me. Did you find what you were looking for, Hungry?
Yeah, Hoi is another one that's really interesting. So basically, I think it's this Q. And it can basically, so you can Q, and then you could either Q again, or W or E. And depending, like, and it's that for each ability. So you got Q, and then you could do QWE, and that's his damaging abilities. So there's three. So that's three abilities right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his W, which is like his more supporty moves.
Mm-hmm.
That's another three. And then he's got his E, which is his like CC abilities. So that's like 9 abilities right there, and not including his ult, which would make it 10.
Jeez, dude. Yeah. What the heck? God, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. I played him in ARAM for my first time at one point, and I was just like, I have no idea how this works. And like, I finally got the hang of being like, okay, but it's just like remembering what each one does is like something that just it's probably too long.
Man. Ugh. I want to be a mobile developer now because like I want to make like an absurd move and just like it looks so simple and it's like 50 other like attributes.
It's like it does bleeding damage. It executes when they're at a certain percent HP. Slows. Man, what else could it be? It boosts his other moves, so if you hit him with something else, it does bonus damage or something.
It's like puts something that's on cooldown. It like makes it go off a cooldown faster if it hits. Yeah. Gives you a boosted auto.
Yep.
Crazy stuff.
Yep.
Oh man. No, I'm sorry. We like. You said that you wanted Lugia, and then it just derived from that. What about Lugia? What about Lugia? The like moveset wipe? How do you think it would play?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Definitely be like, I mean, you could either just like do damage as like an all-rounder, or it could be like just a tank.
Yeah, it could be like a tank. If they give a recover, I would literally never play the game again.
Yeah.
Like, I know Lugia is gonna be tanky. Bro's gonna be like taking up half the map on his size. Like
Yeah.
man. I would talk about a certain Pokemon that we kind of know that's coming to the game soon, but I'm not gonna talk about that yet. Definitely gonna save that. Me and Paulie, I think we're gonna save it to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, but that should be interesting.
Hmm.
Definitely not gonna break the game or anything.
Yep.
But yeah, and that's a defender, right? The EX defender.
I think so, yes.
Yep. So I guess Lugia would be an all rounder if that's the case.
Yeah.
Huh. Unless they surprise us and make it an attacker for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Which I actually thought that Pokemon would have been. I thought it would have been an
Oh,
attacker, not a defender. That's what surprised me. But that's
yeah.
kind of cool. Um, yeah. Man, those definitely are some games. League of Legends, Pokemon Unite. Just
Hmm.
the player base is they're both just as toxic and whiny, I guess. in terms
Yep.
of in terms of like playing with them in game, like you have your AFKers, you have your baby ragers, your for some reason Hispanic players that get mad at you for some reason hop on comms. Like I that happens so often in Unite. Dude.
Funny, I don't see anyone like typing in Spanish in all chat and League. It's like I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's funny. I feel like they can speak English, bro. They just decide to curse me out in Spanish because I can't understand them.
Yeah.
So they'd rather do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I'm about to say, who do you think has the like worst player base in terms of stuff like that? Like just like ragers, AFKers, people who give up, people who grief purposely. Do you think it's League or do you think it's Unite?
No, I think they're both probably equally as bad, but probably
Really?
Leagues is I think worse. Because if you get an AFK in League, I mean you're either gonna surrender early, or if you have teammates who don't want to surrender, you're playing out like a 30-40 minute 4v5, and
Ooh,
that's no
yeah.
fun.
I can see that being bad. That is bad.
I mean, I have won 4v5s before, but it's very rare.
Mm-hmm. It's like, is there like a harder penalty in League if they're AFK and you guys like report them or something like
I mean,
other than just getting your fair play points taken away or something?
yeah, I haven't had it happen too much recently, so I don't know. But yeah, I used to just like lose whatever LP you were gonna lose for the game. It's like they didn't really give you anything for having to deal with an AFK player,
Mm.
which I think is still kind of the case now. It's like if someone just like AFKs like halfway through the match, I think you might not get punished as much, but I think you still lose.
Wow, that's actually surprising. After all these years, they don't really punish that.
I think
Like,
it's
man.
been so long since I played ranked. But yeah, that's like it. I think if as long as they're AFK at like the beginning of the match, you there's a early surrender for that,
Yeah.
and you don't lose anything for it.
Okay.
But if
Huh.
it's like halfway through the match,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha. Man. What's what's something you think that Unite could improve to make the experience overall better? Um whether that being just in general on their end or just like stuff they could possibly take from League as an improvement.
I
Um,
think
yeah,
more frequent balance updates probably would definitely be a big one. Because having to like
yeah.
go through another like what the Zacian meta again is just like,
Yeah.
and having to suffer through that for like a month is just like nah,
Yeah, an entire
can't do
season
it.
of Zashi and Comfey Mewtwo Y Blissey.
Yep.
Yeah. that
Just be
was
like, no, get me out.
that was yeah, dude, that was something. But I was
Yeah.
thriving in that. I loved the challenge. I definitely just
Yeah.
loved it. Even though he was broken, it definitely was it
Yeah.
was yeah, it was a lot.
It was worse playing an A9 in that because it's like with how mobile she already is, it's just like giving.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can't get away from Zacian.
Mm-mm. No, that dog was fast.
Yeah.
That was a fast dog. Then he got the hindered resistance if he used his charged agility. Did you know
Oh
that?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's like if you're trying to CC Zacian and Zacian's like about to get away like with no HP and then like
Yeah.
your CC just doesn't work, it's because he used his boosted agility and he just like got away.
Yeah.
Because he gets a little shield too, which is dumb.
Yeah.
That yeah, that Pokemon was not okay. But I for one definitely loved the challenge because
I mean, definitely the challenge is fun, but it's just like at a certain point, it just gets frustrating.
oh absolutely yeah, very frustrating when you have a Pokemon running your entire team down at level
Yeah.
15 with a flower veil on its neck that's doing absolutely nothing but pressing ZR.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun.
At least it's kind of better now that we, well, kind of have draft, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Now it being back in 1400, which is just like, well,
So it's a little bit better in my opinion at least. I talked to Paulie about this already. He thinks that he thinks draft should take over rank completely and then not be blind picked
yeah.
anymore. And he thinks that the it should be lowered from 1400.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's his opinion. Of course, my opinion, I think it should be separated. As well as I think it should be higher elo. Make it since draft caters to more competitive players. Have those competitive
And
players be in a threshold that the other people can't get to, unless they want to, they have to work for it, right? So
yeah,
like 1600
they can
higher.
make it to where master rank isn't super easy to get to anymore.
Oh no, they changed that. They made it
So,
easier to get to. So.
I know. Just like dang it.
Yeah, they just. For those of you who
That's
don't know,
funny.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying for those of you who don't know, um, climbing Unite was a bit rough to get to Masters because you would fall, you would lose your little diamonds, and if you lost all your diamonds, you would fall a class below, like Ult 5. You would go to like Ult 4, Ult 3, or whatever. Now they made it to where you cannot fall out of a class. That was like 2 seasons ago. Basically, you lose all your diamonds, you'll stay at that same level. Like you will never go down. So it's easier to climb up. So now you have all these players that are in Masters 1200, and like they're just not supposed to be there because like it's just unfortunate. But what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, when I first started playing Unite, I did not expect to get hit masters because in League, it's so like I'm a gold player in League, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's so like people say they're like hard stuck, whatever ranked, and it's like gold's just it's like and that's basically every ranked in League, honestly.
Mm.
Unless you're just so good that you're like solo carrying games, which unfortunately you hit a point where you're like good enough that like you can't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But basically I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna hit masters, and like literally the very first season I hit ultra and I was like, oh, okay. And like I could have hit masters that season, but I didn't really play a whole lot of ranked
Yeah.
because I was still kind of like I kind of wanted to learn the game more and like learn different characters. But then literally the next season I hit Masters. Like, okay.
Dang, you're flexing, bro. I didn't. I definitely didn't hit Masters like the first like 2 or 3 seasons of Unite.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't as good as. I mean, you already had MOBA experience, so like,
Yeah, so that definitely helps a lot.
you know, I was bad. I used to be really bad. I definitely was the Pyro Ball believing Cinderace player.
Man, it's so funny. When I first started playing, I was like actually really good at extreme speed, Bone Rush, Lucario.
Mm.
And then whenever Dragonite came out, I stopped playing him. And then later when I was like, oh, I'll play this build again on Lucario after like months of not playing him, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know how I did this.
I don't know, man. I was about to say, Lucario was super popular when the game first came out. Extreme Speed, Bone Rush,
Oh
that
yeah,
was
he was
everywhere.
so good at that and
So
two.
good. Doing
That's probably what happened is they nerfed him and all, and at that point they nerfed him a good chunk, and it's just like,
yeah. Yeah. Every Lucario player was doing the 1-1-3. They just go up top by themselves.
yeah.
But like he also he got nerfed, but he also indirectly got nerfed because dude, the meta just changed. Like the characters in this game now just invalidate like characters completely. Like it's so sad to see.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they'll ever bring back the 1-1-3 meta.
I was actually thinking about this the other day. I'm a believer. I think it can come back. You just have to have somebody confident enough to go to do it. Cause like I think Buzzwole can go up top by himself.
Mm-hmm.
If it isn't like A9 or something, I definitely think he can lane by himself because his secure and Fellstinger is like super good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, if the people are focusing on either possibly stacking or not really, trying to focus on stealing the farm from you, you can go stack for free. You'll get level 5, and you can contest with them by that point.
I feel like Azumarill might be good into that too.
Yeah, Azu, definitely. Great secure, and he evolves level 4 and becomes a monster. So, one of the probably like Sylveon, Leafeon, not Glaceon. Glaceon would, it needs his like autos. Umbreon, but Umbreon can only do so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like, the EVs, some Pokemon can do it. They can like be in lane by themselves if it isn't too rough, and the other team isn't like hard focusing on trying to do something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you could like run jungle with like a supporter. Supporter helps you clear, and you come out of jungle super fast. But like, it's definitely possible. Shoot him. I'm actually willing to try out if we like trio. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I think that's kind of all I had. I don't really have any more questions for you pertaining to any of this. And made great time because it's right at where I kind of wanted to stop it. So yeah. So thank you, Mr. Hungry Dude, for being here today.
Most certainly welcome.
For your busy schedule. If you didn't know, people, he's a chef. He's a professional league player. So yeah, he's very busy, and like he did this for me, so I appreciate it. But hopefully have you on another one. Pretty sure. Probably get you in here with some other people. Maybe you, Polly, me, Soul, something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be very chaotic, but it'd be awesome.
Yes.
That's definitely what I'm waiting on. So
yeah.
all right. Well, all right. Catch y'all later.